Welcome back to Advent. Today I will be taking the fascinating subject of eluent additives used in liquid chromatography grade solvents. Whether you are a seasoned chemist or just a curious learner, this video will help you why additives are used and what categories of additives are used in liquid chromatography applications. Let us get started. As you all know, an eluent additive is a substance that is added to an eluent to improve the separation and detection of analyte in the chromatographic process. The eluent can be a solvent or a mixture of solvents which we call mobile phase. They significantly impact efficiency and efficacy of the separation process. They are primarily used in liquid chromatography and to some extent in gas chromatography and TLC too. But today we will be discussing about eluent additives which are used in all types of liquid chromatography solvents, be it common HPLC, UHPLC, LCMS or ULCMS, etc. The next question comes, what do these additives influence of the eluent? So, there are many factors these additives influence. First is polarity. They change the polarity of the eluent, thereby enhancing the separation of analytes based on their interaction with the stationary phase. Second, they modify the pH of the eluent, affecting the ionization state of the analyte, thus optimizing the separation process. Third, they may lower the viscosity of the eluent, thereby facilitating the flow and resolution of analytes in HPLC. Fourth, they may form complexes with analytes, enhancing their selectivity, thus altering their retention behavior. Some of them, like ion pairing reagents, they accelerate the separation of ionic analytes by forming neutral complexes that are more easily retained on the stationary phase. Basically, these eluent additives enhance peak shape, separation and detection sensitivity by adjusting pH, polarity and ionic strength of the mobile phase. Now coming to different categories, based on the way they influence mobile phase and HPLC analysis, they can be broadly classified into 6 categories like pH adjusters, ion pairing reagents, volatile salts and buffers, organic modifiers, surfactants and complexing agents. We will take one by one. Now coming to pH adjusters, adjusting pH of an eluent by adding eluent additive can influence the ionization of analyte, especially for acidic and basic compounds. For example, formic acid, which is commonly used in LCMS applications due to its volatility, which helps in improving the peak shapes of basic compounds. Similarly, acetic acid, which is also used in LCMS, but it is less volatile compared to formic acid. On the other hand, orthophosphoric acid, which is not used for MS because it is non-volatile, but it helps to stabilize the acidic pH in the range of 2.2 to 3. Ammonium hydroxide, on the other hand, is used to achieve basic pH in the range of 9 to 11, especially for basic analytes. And all these pH adjusters are used in pharmaceutical and bioanalytical methods, especially for ionizing compounds including drugs, peptides and amino acids. Coming to the second category, ion pairing reagents, they form ion pairs with charged analytes, thereby neutralizing them and allowing their retention on reversed phase column. There are many types of ion pairing reagents like tetrabutyl ammonium salts, triethylamine, sodium dodecyl sulfate, heptafluorobutyric acid, many alkane sulfonic acids both in anhydrous and monohydrate form, trifluoroacetic acid, etc. Depending on their ionic nature, whether cationic or anionic, they pair up with acidic or basic compounds, thereby improving their separation, detection sensitivity and peak shape. One example is trifluoroacetic acid. Being acidic, it is used in proteins and peptide separations due to its volatility and its ability to ion pair with basic residues. All these ion pairing reagents are used in pharmaceutical and metabolites and nucleotides, particularly for the analysis of highly polar and ionic compounds. Third, buffers create a stable pH critical for the reproducibility and retention times of the analytes, especially of the ionizable groups. There are many kind of volatile buffers like ammonium formate, ammonium acetate, ammonium bicarbonate, which are mainly used for LCMS applications, and they buffer around different pH ranges. On the other hand, ammonium hydroxide is suitable for high pH applications to enhance separation of weakly basic compounds. All these volatile salts and buffers are used widely for LCMS applications and pH sensitive analysis. Now coming to organic modifiers, frankly speaking, these are our main organic solvents used in mobile phase, among which methanol and acetonitrile can be termed as primary organic modifiers for reverse phase HPLC. Besides, there are number of HPLC grade solvents which are widely used in almost all HPLC and LCMS applications, starting from pharmaceutical to environmental and food analysis, allowing effective separation of both polar and non-polar compounds. Surfactants, on the other hand, they are used to increase the analyte solubility or to modify the surface properties of stationary phase, thereby reducing the interactions that can cause tailing. Many types of surfactants are used, such as anionic sodium dodecyl sulfate, cationic cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide, non-ionic surfactants like Twin 20, Triton X 100, Bridge series, for example Bridge 35, they are all used for separation of different analytes. All these surfactants, they have applications in biomolecular analysis such as proteins, peptides and lipids, where they help reduce the unwanted adsorption. Last in the series are complexing agents as eluent additives. They bind with metal ions or other contaminants, thereby reducing unwanted interactions that can cause peak broadening or shifts. There are many complexing agents such as ethylene diamine tetraestic acid EDTA, 1,10 phenanthrolene, diethylene triamine pentaestic acid DTPA, crown ethers such as 18 crown 6, which is a macrocyclic compound. All of them, they selectively bind different metal ions, thereby helping the final analysis. All these complexing agents have applications in environmental and pharmaceutical applications where metal interaction with analytes are problematic. Here is the summary of all 6 categories. pH adjuster, they adjust pH for stable ionization and peak shape. Ion pairing reagents, they neutralize the charged analyte for improved retention. Volatile salts and buffers, they are MS compatible, maintain pH stability. Organic modifiers, they modify solvent strength and reduce tailing. Surfactants, they reduce adsorption in biomolecular analysis. And complexing agent, they minimize metal analyte interactions. By carefully selecting and optimizing eluent additives, analysts can achieve high resolution, sharp peak shapes and consistent retention times in HPLC applications across various fields. There are 4 major factors which are to be considered while selecting an eluent additive. First is detector compatibility. LCMS application favor volatile additives to avoid contamination. Second is solubility. Additives should be completely soluble in the mobile phase. Last but not the least is pH stability. Choosing buffer that resist pH changes at desired temperature and pressure in HPLC is essential for consistency. Advent has a big basket of eluent additives in our range from all categories. Our pH adjusters are available in small ampules of 1 ml to 1 liter depending on the requirements. They are also available as volumetric solutions. Our list of ion pairing reagents covers the whole range of alkane sulfonic acids both in anhydrous and monohydrate forms, starting from butane sulfonic acid to decane sulfonic acid, and it also contains tetrabutyl ammonium salts, sodium dodecyl sulfate and trifluoroacetic acid both in ampule and in bottles. We have volatile ammonium salts and HPLC grade phosphate buffers for different HPLC and LCMS applications. The list of our various grades of HPLC solvents is long and they are mainly used as mobile phase in all liquid chromatographic applications, starting from gradient HPLC to UHPLC to LCMS to ULCMS. Besides, we have a range of surfactants that are added to the mobile phase to reduce unwanted adsorption, as well as complexing agents that bind metal ions for unwanted interactions during chromatography analysis. Please contact our sales colleagues and channel partners for any requirement of these eluent additives, and in case you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact us. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to share and subscribe for more insightful contents. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious and keep exploring the wonderful world of chemistry. Thank you.